In this North Carolina Healthcare WebEOC training video, we will review the requests board. It is important to note that the request board is only available to hospitals in the North Carolina Healthcare WebEOC system. To access the requests board, click on your control panel and select Requests. This request board is a tool to allow hospitals to track internal requests only. It is important to note that these requests do not go externally to any other users on the system. This is truly a tool for internal resource request tracking in a hospital. To make a new request, click on the New Request button in the top right-hand corner. Here you can go through and select the date and time. Again, you can change that if this is a historical entry. You are asked to give a request name, so we're going to go Generator Request. This is a unique name for the request for tracking purposes. So we're going to put in a request that says I need a 150 kW generator to run the ED. The priority is then set. Notice it's immediate. They need it in the next 4 hours. Priority is 12 hours, routine 24, long-term 96, or extended is 96 plus. We're going to do an immediate need of 4 hours. It automatically takes the current date and time and pushes it out for 4 hours to set that due date and time for you. Your status is typically going to be a new request, although if you're doing this just for documentation, you may have already assigned it or one of these other ones, but we're going to leave it in as a new request. You'll notice you also have the opportunity to go in and assign it either internal or external. Notice that external doesn't give you any other options. That's just a flag that maybe this is something that you sent to your local emergency manager or to a vendor, and you just have the ability to flag it. But for right now, we're going to leave it as internal, and we're going to say that we are assigning this to our logistics position. You have the opportunity to add a requester and additional contact information here, and you also have the ability to add attachments if you choose to. Let's say you knew the exact specifications of a generator that you needed, you could upload those here. Click the Save button in the bottom right-hand corner, and this will save that record overall. Once this record is in, you have a few ways to handle managing this process. So you'll notice that this is a new request. It's due in the next 4 hours. If 4 hours had expired, this time due block would also turn bright red to let you know that it is overdue. In the top left-hand corner, you have a number of ways to filter. You can filter by the type of incident, or the status of the request. You could also filter based on internal or external, and you can filter on who it is assigned to. So if I only wanted to see things that were assigned to logistics, I could click logistics, and you would only see that one record overall. Now from here you have a couple different options. You can edit the core record of the request by clicking on the Edit button, and here I'm going to click on this request and I'm going to come down and I'm going to show this as in progress because I've talked with logistics and they are working on finding that. So I'm going to change that status to in progress so that you can see the status will then change here to in progress. Additionally, we can then click on the View button, and that gives us the opportunity to go in and see the details here. So you'll notice that it is priority, status is in progress, the details there, but here's where the tool becomes very important. You or logistics have the opportunity to come down here to comments. So I'm going to click on Add a Comment, and we're going to come in and add some information. So we're going to add here that they are coordinating this, that with a local vendor, the ETA is about 3 hours. If I click on the Save button, you'll notice a copy of that comment is added down here to the very bottom, which is important. But then also, if I come back to this screen, a copy of the very last comment is shown here on this page. So if you're monitoring the resource requests in your hospital, you will always be able to see the last and the latest comment that's added here. So we're going to come in and we're going to edit this record one more time, and we're going to show this as closed because that generator has been procured and has been put in place. You'll notice it grays those out so you know that you no longer have any actions necessary on that request. Again, up in the top right hand corner under your actions bar, you have the ability to print or PDF this record for your incident documentation afterwards. And as one final reminder, all of these resource requests are internal only, and none of these resource requests go externally or are viewable by other positions. These are internal requests only for hospital management.